Hello and welcome to Worldview Connections with Isaac Matthews. This is part two of the philosophy of religion. Today I'm going to be starting up a little series of videos on a Christian worldview of suffering and evil. Why does God allow suffering and evil? Not entirely talking about the problem of evil as provided by Inspiring Philosophy YouTube channel, which I actually like a lot of Michael Jones's work. But I will be referring to this and I will be showing things I agree with and things I disagree with or have concerns with. In some instances, not specifically with Michael Jones, founder of Inspiring Philosophy, but with Christian ideas that come up into this discussion. The main argument coming up is the evidential problem of evil. Given the amount of evil in the world, it is unlikely that an all powerful, all loving, all good, and all knowing God exists, which is the argument against the omni God. And I'll get into that specifically. The omni God versus a God that is not all knowing or all powerful or all good, all loving, all these things. The omni God, does God have to be an omni God to exist? Holding more of an agnostic, soft, open, weak theism, more of an open theism that I'm advocating in this argument here. He also refers to his other previous videos, and I haven't watched all of the Inspiring Philosophy channel, and I haven't read all his blogs, but I'm just simply responding to the little bit I have seen. He does talk about hell and heaven and things like that. He goes through the many examples of evil and suffering throughout human history. Great examples, which I agree with. No one can deny that. There are ancient and modern rulers who ruled in tyranny and were cruel and bloody dictators. World War I and II and the wars since then have been great examples of this. Great examples of evil and suffering throughout human history, terrifying things that have happened through the 20th century that brought global events of needless suffering for millions of living beings on our planet, not just humans. Giving other examples, I think Inspiring Philosophy did a good job laying down the argument. I think that's not really a controversial issue. Most people agree that there is evil in the world. And even today, cases of child and spouse abuse. Some of the images I've included here were this little round clock of children living in violent homes, date rape, sexual assaults. Just you read through it, violence at school, teen pregnancy, just generations of violent families, broken homes. These are evidence of definite problems in the world. I don't think you can deny the fact that there is evil and suffering on this earth. And to me, the worst cases are child abuse. You look at just infants and little babies on this little chart at which abuse occurs. You have most children who are abused are young, 0 to 4 years old. Any child abuse is horrible, I think, and I definitely am a child's advocate. And this is the fact, though. Violence, wars, cruelty, and abuse didn't begin with humans. I mean, go on YouTube, look up any video with gorillas or chimpanzees attacking or fighting in the hierarchy system. I think Dr. Jordan Peterson does a good job of talking about there are so many intricate elements of moral psychology and the moral philosophy that goes beyond and anciently before humans. So I'll be finishing this video on this slide that a major problem with the ethnocentric view of history held by Christians, this is one of my concerns, especially those who affiliate with the more conservative and fundamentalist evangelical branches of Christianity, those who hold to literal interpretations of the Bible. They deny evolution and truths of science. Now, again, Michael Jones is not doing this on Inspiring Philosophy, but he brings up parts that have smell of this to me. But leave some comments so far. What do you think about the problem of evil? And stay with me throughout this video series. And thank you for joining Worldview Connections today. Please share and leave a comment. Please subscribe. Let us know what you think about these issues and these topics. And I think they're real relevant issues.